Coming up on this edition of VCU InSight, Richmond offers a new job training facility,
local artists host a creative social,
women shimmy their way to confidence, and trampolines take over the Glen Allen area. All that and more.
VCU InSight starts right now.
Hello and welcome to VCU InSight. I'm Candace Smith.
And I'm Amber Coles. Thanks for joining us tonight.
With the national unemployment rate at 7.7%, there are plenty of people still looking for work. People who may have been laid off and need the skills to find work. InSight's Trey Herbert has a story about how Richmonders have a new place to help them find jobs.
The Workforce Resource Center, located in downtown Richmond, opened its doors to their newest center in mid-February. It offers workforce development services to citizens of the whole region. Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors member James Holland says the new downtown location will help them become more accessible.
This location was excellent because it was close to the need that we need to meet, those who are unemployed who need jobs and skills.
The new location replaces their old outdated building on Midlothian Turnpike and places them on the GRTC bus line and near the downtown expressway. According to the center, in 2012, 62% of job seekers that visited workforce resource centers obtained employment and had an average salary of almost $20,000. The Workforce Center also caters to the youth with their Goals Institute, which helps people between the ages of 17 and 21. In 2012, more than 220 youths got jobs with the help from the Institute. Coordinator Jermaine Bullock says he's seen the resources for young people to get decent jobs decline, and that they're working towards changing that.
Our curriculum actually teaches them the career set that they need to make them workforce ready.
According to Bullock, the Institute hopes to reach over 300 young people in the next 2 years. For VCU InSight, I'm Trey Herbert.
According to the Resource Workforce, the City of Richmond has the largest number of open jobs in the region, with 2 positions for every 1 unemployed person.
70% of jobs are found through networking, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. InSight Sharice Barnabal tells us how one local organization puts a twist on networking.
Getting various types of artists under one roof used to be a problem until 2 artists here in Richmond came up with an organization called Creative Crash.
This is open to anyone that has interest, that want to meet new people, that have any type of creative interest.
Creative Crash began 8 months ago and has already held a couple of events. About 20 local artists and business owners turned out to this month's crash at 804 RVA on West Broad Street to meet and compete.
For me, a goal is to always have at least 1 new person at each Creative Crash. Tonight, I think we absolutely nailed that.
Out of the park. To make admission and snacks free for guests, the crashes are bring your own bottle and snacks so guests can meet up and share stories and opportunities without having to spend any money.
Really, the venues, the people, the design challenges are all like nothing we would have experience with other social mixer events.
The RVA Creative Crash quickly went from a social mixer to a design challenge where 5 teams made their own hats with a little twist. After teams strutted their stuff on the runway, some guests exchanged information to meet up again.
A lot of seeds that have been planted that have offer up a lot of potential work in the future.
Creators Verico and Harrington both agree that as long as people are passionate and want to be there, then they will continue Creative Crashes. For VCU InSight, I'm Sharice Barnabal.
Creative Crash is in the process of planning its next event for April. The VCU Rams are going dancing. The Rams are seated 5th in the South Division. Exciting news for hardcore Ram fans. Shelly Andrews is in the studio with 2 Rowdy fans.
Hello, I'm here with Mark Kazi Turner, senior officer with the Rowdy Rams, and Chris Pav Crawley, who has been called the ultimate Rams fan with the horn. Thanks for being here, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Now, you guys had a busy weekend. Did you both go up to
Yeah,
Up
we
to
went to
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn. I drove up game day.
I drove up Wednesday night, survived the 8-hour drive.
That's a long drive.
Totally worth it though.
But it was worth it?
Definitely.
Now, everybody knows you, Chris.
Well,
Is there a story behind the horns?
story behind the horns. Early on, before I was even a Rowdy Ram, right at the beginning of the news generation of the Rowdies, they found the original set of horns at a costume shop up in Woodbridge, and they were on about 3 or 4 different guys' heads, and they ended up on mine, and the rest has kind
you
of been
kept
history.
them.
And you know, they said, "Bob, that's you,"
That's you.
and that's where they've been ever since. You know, they've
Now,
become part
the
of me.
Rowdy Rams, how long have they been around, the organization?
Well, there was originally a group of Rowdy Rams in the 80s, and we didn't actually know that at the time. Then in about 2003, a group of pep band guys and a couple other of our most intense fans, we didn't have a whole lot at that time, said we want to increase student participation at games, because when I was a student here at the beginning, there weren't people with VCU shirts, even. You would walk around and see UVA shirts or Virginia Tech shirts, but there wasn't that feeling of VCU for VCU. But there was a small number of us who really loved supporting the university, and we had a vision. And they asked me to come and join them after I stopped managing the basketball team. And 10 years later, look at what the Rowdy Rams have become, an institution.
And you both are graduate students, or you've graduated.
Yeah, I graduated in the fall last year, and like Pop said, the group has been incredible since I was a student. When I was a student, it was kind of more intense than when he was a student, but it was still kind of small. Now, after my time was up here at VCU, and I've seen what this group has become now, it's like almost a fan powerhouse. It's like becoming like as powerful as, let's say, Kansas and Duke. It still has work in progress, but it can be right up there with the best elite fan groups in college basketball.
Well, the students were awarded the Naismith 2013 Student Section of the Year, and you guys helped carry that crowd, correct?
No, absolutely. It was one of my proudest, almost like fatherly moments at this point. I've been around long enough. I can consider you guys my children in a way.
I'm adopted.
Yes, I have lots and lots of adopted children. But to see the spirit and the emotion that came out of that, and it's not like it was just some internet poll. This was a total experience of votes and papers that they had to write and videos that the athletic department helped them put together. And to see all that come to fruition was just a absolutely beautiful and proud moment of my life, of just seeing, you know, from that little egg to #1 in the country. And I know you mentioned some places like Kansas and Duke, but
To beat those guys.
Yeah, they didn't win this year.
That's right.
It's the Rowdy Rams.
Now, there is a story I heard about Brooklyn. You on a table and a Miley Cyrus song. We need to talk about this.
Let's just say that I don't think I had actually had anything to drink at that point, but there is a wonderful set of emotions that come with victory and lack of sleep that actually does
It
more
induces
for
a Miley Cyrus song to come out in you.
So you have fun with that. You get to get up and dance, and just like that, we're going dancing again.
That's right. We are going back to the dance. And I have been speaking with Mark Turner and with the Rowdy Rams and Ultimate Rams fan Chris Pav Crawley. Thank you guys so much, and enjoy the tournament when it comes up.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The Richmond bike community is growing, and with it, local efforts to support cycling. Rag & Bones started in a 200-square-foot garage 3 years ago and has now expanded to a shop located on West Lee Street. It is a bike cooperative run completely by volunteers. They say their goal is to educate riders on how to maintain and repair their own bikes.
We don't really have a very large bicycle community. I mean, it's grown in the past 10 years, but it's because of projects like this that are helping people get on the roads.
Rag & Bones relies on donations, accepts used bike parts, and has a sliding scale for repairs. Anyone can walk in and use their shop to repair their own bike for free. They expect to expand their facility even more in the next few years.
For those who don't bike, the next time you have an empty seat in your car, consider giving it up for a price. Zimride is helping you bring rides and cash together. InSight's Samar Kawaja finds out how to make some extra money on your next road trip.
With more than 31,000 students at VCU, traffic can start to back up. But now, Zimride is reintroducing the idea of carpooling.
They have a lot of commuters and a lot of people want to use it to get to school.
Zimride is a free service that lets students find and post rides using a secure VCU page on its website. More than 100 college campuses across the nation partner with Zimride. The schools don't receive any money from the partnership, but they get the chance to develop a social network for ride sharing within the university.
People they're happy to know that there's a way that they can get around campus and meet other people and use their social networking.
Zimride focuses on college campuses to encourage sustainability and provide a reliable form of transportation. With just a few clicks, students can book a seat, strap their seatbelt, and get rolling. According to VCU Zimride statistics, there are more than 3,000 users since 2010. Close to 24,000 gallons of gas and about 600,000 miles is being saved. That adds up to total cash savings of $332,000.
It's just an excellent way to contribute to the overall environment.
VCU is one of the 11 schools in Virginia to bring Zimride on campus. Drivers set their own rate to charge passengers, and students like Marielle Anderson count on the service to be able to afford the cost of traveling to Charlottesville.
I don't have a job, and I'm just a student, but I really love money and I love having money, and any way that I can save money or gather money from like a small thing, I will do.
While Anderson walked away with an extra $20 from her passenger, the VCU Parking and Transportation Services say they hope to continue reducing the number of cars on campus by increasing the number of people carpooling. For VCU InSight, I'm Samra Kawaja.
Zimride VCU offers incentives to promote ride sharing. Other sustainable transportation options are also available, such as Zipcar or Ramride. Across the country, public schools are getting more of their cafeteria food from local farms. Not only that, they are using the food to complement different classroom curriculums. This movement is called the Farm to School program. Supported by the USDA, it provides grants, research, and training for schools and farms who participate. Shalom Farms in Goshen County is one grower who provides food for Richmond public schools that participate in Farm to School. The USDA awards $5 million every year to schools and farms to help them connect with one another.
Farms and school are working together, but each spring, VCU and other universities nationwide work to participate in an 8-week recycling competition. This is all a part of VCU's Growing Goes Green campaign. VCU is competing for its 6th year. InSight's Talisha Williams has more on this story.
The recycling craze is rampaging through VCU with the Recyclemania competition. Students at VCU are battling with over 600 other colleges and universities to become national recycling champions. Beginning on February 3rd and ending after the first week of April, the competition involves schools going head-to-head in collecting the most amounts of recyclables. VCU Facilities Manager Steve Heinitz says VCU could win the competition if every student gets involved.
Just rethink about where they're putting their waste. Instead of putting it in the trash can, say, well, is this something I can recycle, and put it in a recycling container.
The main goal is to promote good recycling habits among students. VCU officials say the 45 recycling containers and the 22 Big Belly solar trash compactors on campus make it easy for students to pitch in. VCU hopes recycling bins such as these will help contribute to the competition. Paper, bottles, cans, and cardboard are just a few of the items that students can discard. Students say they're eager to recycle.
I try to recycle my old papers and my coffee cups and stuff like that, and my water bottles.
I think recycling is very important. I think it benefits the environment.
It just eliminates like waste, clutter, and I don't know, more plastic bottles you put in, the more you get back.
VCU ranked 2nd place last year in the state division. Heinitz says he wants VCU to win, but he hopes it will encourage students to recycle every day, no matter where they are.
It's just trying to get everybody to rethink about how they impact the environment. And the great thing is they can, you know, when they're at VCU, they can learn hopefully these good habits.
Getting as many students as possible to commit to recycling is the key component of the competition. For VCU InSight, I'm Talisha Williams.
The winning school will receive national recognition and a trophy made out of recyclable materials.
As the summer approaches, many people are also planning to get into better shape. Allie Nasta is in the studio with community health education major Kathleen Osai with information about the Be More Than OK Wellness Day.
Hello, I'm Allie Nasta. I'm sitting here with senior Kathleen Osei, the coordinator of the Be More Than Okay Wellness Day event. Hi Kathleen, thanks for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So this is the first event you've ever planned. Are you excited, nervous? Do you feel like the pressure's on?
Very excited, very nervous. I don't know if it's pressure per se, but I'm excited about bringing this event to the community. Nervous was more a weather thing, but it looks like we're gonna have good weather for the event, so I'm ready to get the ball rolling.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the event. It's about healthcare and providing these free tests to people, so what's gonna be going on there?
The event is more about like a holistic approach to health, so like mental health, physical health, nutrition as well. We're gonna have like free HIV testing, syphilis testing, blood pressure screenings. Virginia Blood Services will be there doing a blood drive as well. The Marines and the Army will be there, so we'll have like physical activity. Combat sports is gonna be there, and they're looking to do like a physical fitness demonstration where we'll have people like doing like different combat moves and giving out things like free passes to their organization as well. So it's gonna be a really interactive event as opposed to being like a health fair where there's gonna be tables, there'll be pamphlets, there'll be free things to pick up, but it won't just be walking around the tables. It's gonna be pretty interactive.
Okay, so you'd say that this is more of a, like trying to make it light of the situation as you're having these tests and trying to tell people about their health. You're trying to make it a fun event, right?
Right. What I wanted to do was to let people know about the importance of preventative health care. So being screened for different things, so if you are sick or if you have any issues, you're being taken care of early. But to also let them know health care is not all boring. You know, physical activity can be fun, eating nutritious foods can be good for you and taste good as well. And also to let them know about the resources that are in the community, which is another reason for partnering with organizations that are in the Richmond metropolitan area. So people know, you know, these are organizations I can go to. If I need free condoms, I can go to the Fan-Free Clinic. If I want to get tested, I can go here. If I want to donate blood, I can contact these groups, so they know that there's different options for them in the community.
Okay, so you said the event is outside. Does that make you a little wary of the weather that's going to be happening? Have you been checking the weather forecast for that next week, or?
I have. It's been, I want to say for the past week, I was the Richmond City district that owns the field that I'm renting for the event was actually gracious enough to give me until this week to pay for the renting the area. So what I did was I just kind of kept an eye on the weather, and I was constantly in my phone, constantly on my laptop, every like hour I want to say. And it would change from like rain to sunny every other day for about a week. So I waited until I had sunny skies for a few consistent days, and then I went ahead and I was like, this is a go.
So what are you doing to prepare for, like to let people know about the event? Do you have Facebook pages or a website? What's going on with that?
I have a Facebook page. I also created a website. It's the first website that I created, so that was an experience. I've made flyers for the event. I've been passing them out. I went like in Jackson Ward and passed out some flyers. I'll be passing out flyers on campus. I've spoken with some of my professors to pass them out in classes as well.
Cool. All right, well, I've been talking with Kathleen Osei. You can check out the Wellness Day event Saturday, March 23rd, 12 p.m. to 4 at 119 West Lee Street. Thank you for being here, Kathleen.
Thank you so much for having me.
Graduation season is almost here, but before VCU graduates walk across the stage, they go to Grad Fair to get ready. Grad Fair was held March 13th, 14th, and 20th in the VCU Commons Ballroom for those expecting to walk in May. The fair consisted of cap and gown fittings, class rings, VCU alumni sign-up, and much more. While there, students also left their marks by signing the class of 2013 banner or taking graduation group photos, holding signs like "Hire Me" or "Thanks, Mom and Dad."
I think that this is where it actually gets real, where they pick up their cap and gown, they're ordering their announcements, and they're like, oh my God.
If you're unable to make Grad Fair, don't worry. Barnes & Noble will have a final cap and gown distribution May 6th and 7th before commencement on May 11th.
While many students will be excited to walk across the stage in their black and gold, Richmonders paraded the streets in green at the Shamrock the Block. A St. Patrick's Day festival celebrated its 10th anniversary. The festival was held on the 17th Street Farmers Market and attendance was free. There was live music by Triad and a few other bands that inspired a few to dance. Of course, there was plenty of golden drinks to go around, but the festival was not only for drinking adults. There were activities for children and even dogs as well. The proceeds from this event went to Fetch a Cure, a nonprofit that helps build awareness and educate others about pet cancer prevention.
We're very, very fortunate to be associated with this event. We look for events like this to get our word out, our mission out about what we do.
Last year, there were around 38,000 people in attendance, and this year was just as successful, even though a storm rolled in at the end of the event.
If you like those dance moves at Shamrock the Block, maybe it's time to try it on your own. According to Mayo Clinic researchers, dancing can reduce stress, increase energy, and improve strength. But have you ever thought of the benefits of belly dancing? VCU InSight's Hope Lee spoke with several Richmond women who say their lives have changed because of it.
Every Tuesday night, a group of about 10 women gather here at the Humphrey Calder Community Center on Thompson Street, turn on the music, and start dancing. Belly dancing, that is. Instructor Ann Elliott has been teaching here for only a few months, but she says she's been altering the way women feel about themselves through belly dance for decades.
I see shoulders back, heads up. Sometimes they come in and they're looking at their body parts when they're trying to dance, and I'll say, get your head up, get your head up. And after a while, they do that.
The Humphrey Calder Community Center is just one of many places in Richmond where you'll find women like these belly dancing their way to confidence. Meredith Barnes is a real estate assistant from Richmond. She takes Elliott's belly dancing classes at the community center. Before she started dancing 7 years ago, Barnes admits she was a bit inhibited.
I'm very shy and never thought I would be able to get up on stage, bright lights in front of sometimes 150, 200 people.
But now her attitude is a little bit different.
I feel proud of myself. I feel like a star.
Elliott, who builds women's confidence through belly dancing, and Barnes, who gained her confidence from belly dancing, both say that they'll be doing this for the rest of their lives. For VCU InSight, I'm Hope Lee.
Belly dancing classes are on Tuesday nights at 6:30 p.m. at the Humphrey Calder Community Center right here in Richmond.
Have you ever wanted a sneak peek into the daily lives of our current and past presidents? The Virginia Historical Society is running the exhibit, 50 Years in the Oval Office, until Monday, July 8th. The exhibit features pictures put together by National Geographic of presidents beginning with John Kennedy through Barack Obama. The pictures show past presidents in times of shock, leisure, and even formal White House meetings.
Kennedy was the first of the presidents to have an official photographer assigned to him, and it soon became apparent that this was a very useful function.
Other images include a rare photo taken after Ronald Reagan was shot in 1981, and President Barack Obama's personal favorite of a little boy touching his head in the Oval Office. The Virginia Historical Society is open to the public at no charge and is open 7 days a week. A building under construction on the medical campus is getting some history for its walls. The James W. and Francis G. McLaughlin Education Center is a new 200,000 square foot building downtown. The entrance of this building will hold 70-year-old murals from the waiting room of the once A.D. Williams Clinic. Experts help pull information to make sure the murals will be preserved and restored authentically.
I have seen the murals. They look very nice. They really have been brought back to life. They seem so colorful.
The murals, originally painted by George Murrell, will be displayed in the front lobby of the new medical building. The building was named after the McLaughlins donated $25 million to the VCU School of Medicine in April of 2011.
Richmonders, get ready to spring into action. Indoor Trampoline Park Jumpology is the first of its kind in the area and celebrated its grand opening earlier this month. InSight's Niecy Chisholm was there.
Jumping, bouncing, flipping, oh my. Jumpology is Richmond's newest recreational activity with 18,000 square feet of wall-to-wall trampolines. It's located outside of Virginia Center Commons Mall in the former Mattress King in Glen Allen. Owners and former stay-at-home moms, Jaime Larkin and Stephanie Marcus, have been friends for over 20 years. The two decided to open Jumpology just 6 months ago.
I was in Durham, North Carolina, visiting my sister,
and we went to a trampoline arena. And I went there a couple times, and my sister, talked to me about possibly opening one here in Richmond.
And so they did. Jumpology features over 50 oversized trampolines, including an area for dodgeball, basketball, a foam pit, and 2 party rooms. But while all may look fun on the outside, safety is a primary concern.
According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, only 2 injury incidents will occur for every 1,000 people that jump on trampolines. But that's less than football, basketball, and bowling.
With trampoline arenas on the rise throughout the United States, lawsuits have been filed due to serious injuries that have occurred while jumping. According to CNN, a trampoline park in Seattle, Washington, has faced a total of 18 lawsuits alone. For this reason, all participants at Jumpology are required to sign an e-waiver before jumping. Jumpers can jump at a $12 hourly rate once signing that waiver, and it's all uphill from there.
I felt that it was very safe. They had waivers.
You didn't.
No. They had waivers to make sure that everybody was safe. They gave instructions on how to do it, and there was plenty of staff to make sure everybody was safe.
While safety is important to owners Larkin and Marcus, customer satisfaction is what they're striving for. With no age requirement for jumpers, customers of all ages are invited to enjoy a little bounce. For VCU InSight, I'm Nisi Chisholm.
Jumpology owners say they hope to feature trampoline aerobics classes within the next few months. And that's it for this edition of VCU InSight.
Make sure to check us out online at insight.vcu.edu.
Thanks for watching. I'm Candace Smith.
And I'm Amber Coles. We'll see you next time.